Welcome to the Spirit Guide Daily. Hey, when we're in a collective, we all share energy. These are timeless readings that will reach you when they are meant to, and they also serve as intermediate tarot lessons to expand your ability to connect the cards. I also do read reversals, so that explores the reversal meaning as well. This is the Guardians of the Night Tarot, bring us 3 predictive cards. This is the Dark Mirror, and this is the Wisdom of the House in the Night. We're going with a night theme on this one, guys. All right, let's get going here. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe because it helps my channel. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like the reading. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Hey, let's go. What we got? Page of Cups in reverse. For me, this is usually a card of an apology or a surprise. Now, in the upright, it can be the start of something new and pleasing. Some readers will read it as a lack of emotional fulfillment. In reverse, that is not one of the meanings that I have found for that card. I have different cards for that. It is a surprising set of circumstances with the Emperor. In the upright is the card that just came out. That is the card for the astrological sign Aries, but it is also the card of personal power and wisdom. It is the card of wise choices. Something surprising with a power structure is one of the things this is trying to say. It could also be an apology that is long overdue. It could be an apology that you kind of have to decide what to do with. Like somebody trying to make amends and you're like, I don't know. Like, honest to goodness, sometimes, particularly if it involves an addict, if somebody has done a great deal of damage to your life and they come forward wishing to make amends, sometimes the most you can do is say, well, thank you for the apology. I hope your life goes better. You really did hurt me. And, I wish you well, but I can't have you in my life. All right, that comes out with the Star in reverse, which is something beyond reach. Sometimes it is the start of a new and hopeful cycle. The Star in the upright is the card of the astrological sign Aquarius. In reverse like this, it can be the need to release a dream from the past. Here's the thing. I also get the feeling that there's a need for forgiveness of self in order for you to move forward in several areas of your life. Like you're still, sometimes we're holding on to a past connection because we can't choose closure for ourselves. Meaning that sometimes the only closure we will get is the closure that we choose. And the reason that we're having trouble letting go of something is that there is a need for self-forgiveness in order to examine the choices that we made so we can make better choices going forward. Here's the thing, I kind of don't really think that. I think you're going to get some word on something that makes you feel better about a set of circumstances and the actions that you took in it. But that you are releasing potentially a connection to somebody with a Star in reverse. And it does not appear to be a romantic connection, by the way. So if you're hearing that and you're like, oh, no, it's like, no, I genuinely, there's no romance here. This is not a particularly romantic energy. Oh my God, letting go. All right. So that's where we're letting go. You're trying to let go of something from the past, having examined, like you've learned everything you need to from it, is that energy. There does come a point in our lives where in order to move forward, we have to do so very consciously. It's a choice that we make as well. So the role of self-forgiveness in our past is really key to our emotional healing as well. Even if you've done things you're not proud of, even if you've held on to connections where it's like, oh, what was I thinking? Why did I even keep that person in my life? It's because you had emotional damage that you had not healed. You didn't know your own worth yet. Most of the time, we don't know our own worth through no true fault of our own. It's usually a formative experience. Forgive yourself for the ways in which potentially you've hung on to something, not because there was more to come with it, but because you had a hard time looking at the role that you played in the choices that you made, and that self-forgiveness is the key to your personal freedom. Triumph of Lies. Okie dokie. All right, so that's a difficult energy as well. But Triumph of Lies can be overcoming the falsehoods that we tell ourselves about ourselves and other people. Letting go as well. Honest to goodness, I think you've just achieved or are about to achieve a sense of closure on a set of circumstances from the past in which you really genuinely maybe do an apology. Now, is that the same thing as getting an apology? In some instances, it will be. But for others, it's just choose to release something. Wise choices. Hanging on, expecting Another, well, surely they'll come to their senses. Surely they didn't mean to treat me like that. A lot of the times it's not that, like, they're not, whoever they are, and again, I'm getting zero romance from this one. Whoever that person may be, they are conflicted within and doing all their own stuff. And they may not be thinking about the situation quite as much because they're still embroiled in the difficulties that caused them to treat you like that in the first place. Meaning that it's just probably a series of events in their own lives in which they've been treating almost everybody exactly like that. Don't worry, their chickens will come home to roost. They really will. But get on with your own life, quite simply because you deserve to have a better one. Now, again, for some people, this is somebody coming forward trying to make amends, and it does look like you release the connection afterwards. But for others, it is understanding that the only apology that you can get is the one that you will give yourself for, I'm sorry that we were so invested in somebody that didn't care, that wasn't worthy, and to let it go and to move forward because that person or that situation doesn't deserve any more of your energy. And again, zero romantic vibe from this. Really get the feeling that it has something to do with business. I'll be completely honest, okay? All right, that was the Spirit Guide Daily for today. Forgive yourself for whatever it is that you didn't, if you know better now, you will do better in the future. But you can't change the past. You can only learn from it. Okay? Take care. Be well.